First of all, I would say that thanks for the opportunity from the city of Richmond and the community, Councilwoman Robertson, and from school board and everyone. Welcome and welcome to the ribbon cutting of the Bellemeade Park Trail and Bridge project. This was a long way coming, so I think we need to have this a special event, and that when we can celebrate this day today. That's great. Like to give you overall view of the project. We had three goals when we started this project. One was provide a safe route to school. Second, connect the community center and the school to the neighborhood, to the community. And third, promote walkable community in this area, in Bellemeade area. So these are the three major goals. And the way we came up with this project, the project entailed that we have about 880 linear feet of gravel trail. This is ADA compliance. We came up with a gravel trail because of the environmental sensitivity of this area, close to the Goods Creek, Chesapeake Bay Preservation Area. All these were part of the consideration. And we have a steel truss bridge with wooden planks that's 6 feet wide and about 30 feet long on concrete foundation. This bridge gonna stay. That's what we can tell. It's gonna stay. And while we came up with we were discussing with Bob and other people other options for some less expensive bridge, but we wanted to come up with a solution that can stay for a long time, durability and also the maintenance cost. So that's why you see the steel bridge, truss bridge, what we have. The total cost of this project is about $350,000. We came up with a federal grant that's about $280,000. It's say 80%, and the 20%, about $70,000, came from city CIP. Total $350,000. I'd like to note, special note here, that $70,000 from city CIP came from Councilwoman Robertson, your discretionary funds. And let me tell you what difference it made. Because of discretionary funds, we could start the project sooner. If we have to wait for the council to adopt another $70,000, this would have been delayed for one more year. So we gained 1 year because of this nice $70,000 distribution. Thank you for that. When we initiated this project, it was based on the green, walkable community concept that you all work together, the community and groups and our public utility, they all work together to come up with a walkable community, and that also has to be green. School, that concept came up about 2012. Then school, New Oak Grove and Bellemeade School was built in 2013. Based on that, in 2014, Councilwoman Robertson, Bob Arkwright, Mike Astis had a meeting with the public city administration that included public utility, parks, and public works to come up with the action plan for this project. That was in 2014. But soon after that, we started working on action plan. First thing was to get federal money. We submitted federal application for we call Safe Route to School for $280,000 in November of 2014, and June 2015, Federal Highway approved this funding for us. Soon after, we went to the action plan in implementing the project. In January 2016, Federal Highway given us approval to proceed on the project. So it took us a few months to get their clearance, but since January 2016, and now you see today is December 2016, in 1 year, we implemented this project. That's a great accomplishment. Just some of you that would may not know the federal funding process. Federal funding has lot of requirements. Each and every step has to get approved. And environmental, especially in this sensitive area, it was a key thing that for federal highway and state VDOT to look into. Second, getting this design, construction approvals through VDOT state, it was a big job. VDOT has worked with us very extensively and out of way to move this project on expedited way. So this was a kind of collaboration with city and state all the way to federal highway to deliver this project on expedited schedule. I want to especially say thank you to our team here from on this project, starting with the Tom Westbrook. Tom, can you raise your hand? Project manager for this project. He stayed on this project all the time, making sure that state, federal highway get all this clearance to us and work with the community stakeholder also. Together with Tom, we have a design team and construction management team, WRA consultant, Lee, Mark Vasco, Chris. Thank you for doing a good job. And finally, our contractor, Doran Landscaping. They are not here today. Maybe they got busy somewhere else, but they done an excellent job delivering this project. And just for your information, tomorrow is the contract end date, and today we are ribbon cutting day before.
Wow, that's excellent.
And this is what you call on time and within budget. The project is within budget. I think it's a successful project, that I will say. And at the last, I will say thank you to Bob Arkwright, Mike Estes, continuously working with us and guiding us, working with the community and bringing the ideas and keeping us on schedule. You had a great role to play. And special thanks to Ms. Robertson, yourself, because you championed this project through City Council, getting this funding, different ordinances we adopted on this project. And also, key thing is that you connected this park all the way to uh, Howard, Harvard Avenue. You have funded, you championed the budget for 1400, 1300, 1400 mini fee, 1500 mini fee, then 1600 mini fee street. The sidewalks are done, and now you can walk from Harvard all the way to the community center and also to this one. I'll say this is a great accomplishment coming step at a time. Finally, we are here. Now we connected the school, community center with this end, and both neighborhoods are connected. Enjoy this nice asset, and I think this will be a time to come where people can enjoy. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Kaya. You know what? I always have to just compliment the city staff and the work that they do, and especially Mr. Kaya with the DPW department. You know, I find it absolutely a joy to work with them. They're always very accommodating, very responsive, very community spirit, and always about trying to work through things to get things done. And even in our frustration sometime of timeliness of getting things done or when we want it done, you know, we just want it done now. He has been, and your team has been exceptionally willing to sit down and work with us, work with the community, help us understand the processes and all of those kinds of things. So I just want to thank you and your team and all of the development team that have been a part of this initiative to make this happen. So let's give them another round of applause. As has been well stated, and I want to point out Ms. McQueen, who is has will always be the chair of the Civic Association for Bellemeade, even though the president may change sometime. We know Ms. McQueen is been the backbone to the community development, community leadership over here in Bellemeade, and we want to thank her. But I want to also share when we were talking about the funding and the discretionary funds that we put into this project in order to move it forward, so we got things done a year in advance. Each year, each council district may get a small amount of discretionary funds to select projects within the community to get done. For us to have taken $70,000 of our discretionary funds to put into this development meant that there were a lot of other projects in the community that others would have seen as a higher priority that does have significant needs as well. But we have intentionally, and I've had the support of the community in the process, and I want to continue to say to the community that I appreciate your support, because I know that there are other needs that you recognize that you would like to see done, like paving and alleyways and potholes and all of those kinds of things that we get calls about all the time. But for the community to embrace this and allow me to make those decisions to put that funding in this bridge, this trail, the sidewalks that goes all the way up to one of the communities that connect, that provides probably the largest share of children that attend the school. Hillside Court is one of the communities that provide a large number of the students that attend the school. And so a lot of this is done to connect Hillside with their school, with their playground, so that the children can come. You know, they can come from Hillside and from other sections of the community and enjoy the facilities that we have built here, the recreation center and all of the services that are provided there. So this bridge means a lot of things. It really does mean that we are connecting schools. And we want to thank our principal, Ms. Towns, for the wonderful job that you've done to get us through half of the year. We'll be there to help you through the last half as well. We wanted to recognize that Parks and Rec provides a lot of services for the community, and so this bridge builds a connector to Parks and Rec as we continue to work through the processes of increasing our memorandums of understanding and diversity of services and so forth that are available. Ms. McQueen, this connects our community in all ways of all age groups, that everybody can find a place on this campus, regardless of how old you are as a child or how young you are as a child. And so this bridge really is symbolic of the unification of the community that we've been working very hard to continue to build. And so I want to take this time to introduce you to your new school board member, Miss Felicia Crosby, who has been a friend of mine for quite some time and who is very excited about serving on the school board and is very anxious to work along with us as partners, that we work together to continue to build and strengthen our relationship of community, school, and city government. And following her, we're going to hear from Mr. Bob Augerbright. Now, you all know Bob Augerbright. Mr. Augerbright is the mayor of Bellemeade and Oak Grove community.
And sometimes City Hall.
And City Hall, you're right. And he knows every child in this school by name. He also knows whether or not they had a good night the night before when they show up to school. When I come over here to talk with Mr. Augerbright, he always want to meet in the hallway so that he can see the children when they come down when they're going from one place to the next in school. And so he sits there and he'd be talking to me, but he's looking at the kids. And he'll say, I wonder what's wrong with Bobby today. And then he'll say, Mary seems mighty happy. Something must have happened, really excited in her life. He knows every kid by name. He walks around the community with me. They know him. So when I go out in the community, and sometimes they don't know me as Ellen Robertson, City Council representative, but they know Mr. Bob. And so Mr. Bob is really the person. He's the energy that makes all of this stuff happen. And so he'll follow our new school board member, Felicia Crosby.
Thank you so much for that kind and warm introduction on this cold day. Thank you all, and I'm so happy to be here. This is wonderful. This is exciting. I don't know if you all saw this movie called 100-Foot Journey. Anyway, it's about a person who it took 100 feet. His world of opportunity was 100 feet away from him. And this bridge right here is 30 feet, a 30-foot bridge, but it's not just a bridge. As Councilwoman Robertson mentioned, it is a connector to opportunity, to community. It's definitely a connector to safety. I was just talking to some of our young students who said that they used to play a version of rock hopscotch, crossing this bridge. And then you had our principal at Oak Grove Bellemeade, Miss Towns, who said, "Oh my God," as she's looking out the window, "I hope no one falls. And I hope all of our babies are safe." And so this bridge is so important in terms of safety, making sure that our young people are able to access their school, access the wonderful recreation and parks opportunities that are offered at the community center. It is a wonderful bridge that connects just the community to the community center as well. And also, it is just, to me, it's a connector of opportunities and enrichment, because that's what we're about. We're about enriching the lives of our citizens and enriching the lives of our young people that we're educating here. And so, Councilwoman Robertson, I want to thank you so much for your vision. Mr. Cara, I want to thank you so much for your dedication, and every member of your staff. And Parks and Rec, thank you so much for always putting our community and our children first. And thank you so much to our schools, to Ms. Towns and her staff for being here and supporting this project, and to Ms. McQueen, who is always a champion of education and making sure that our children are safe, that they have opportunities, and that it's a connector of dreams. And also thank you to Mr. Albright as well for continuing to be a champion of this community and our children. So thank you. I am very excited about being here and being a part of this. This is my first appearance. Oh my God. A school board member, and it's wonderful and it's the best. And so, and because this is so important, and that's what we're about. We're about connecting the community to our schools, because education is this city's first priority. And this is an example of what that is about. Thank you so much. Okay.
My name is Bob Argabright, and I was really relieved when M. Cara used the word guidance along this project, because I was concerned of the many words that he could have used that I wouldn't have wanted to describe what I've done. But guidance was wonderful. But if you look around here, everybody here has been a partner in this process. Ms. Towns and Jackie Robinson, Linda, and Ms. Keys from the school, Steve Nuttall from the Parks and Rec Center Manager, Deborah Morton, acting head of Parks and Rec, Marley Smith here with us. Then Nathan Burrell is here. Then also Tara Fitzpatrick from Fit for Kids, and she's very much involved in the walk to school here. Brantley, Tendo. He is with Sports Backers. We also have Ann Jersick from the Chesapeake Bay Foundation, Amber Ellis from the James River Association. There's probably others that who? Oh, yeah, Giles. I was going to speak about that in just a second. But Giles from Groundwork RVA, Kendra from Groundwork RVA. Who's that? Public Utilities. Couldn't done this without them. And also John Harris. He's up there on the hill clearing that piece of property that Nick Fausch was able to get for us and fold into the park. But let me just talk just a minute about some of the things that are going on. 3.5 years ago, Giles Harnsberger and myself, she's executive director of Groundwork RVA, we met with Ellen Robinson and we said, you know, we need some funding to help us develop a green workforce program down here as well. And what that would look like is we would recruit George Wythe High School students. And the reason George Wythe High School is because George Wythe is the feeder school for this community. So 3.5 years ago, she gave us the seed money to get this whole green workforce program going. That allowed us to hire Harris Wheeler, who is our head horticultural trainer. It allowed us to start up this whole movement down here. And what that has looked like, these high school kids have been trained over the last 3.5 years to take care of the school property and ground maintenance, the community center property, and we want them to be able to be trained to take care of all this park property too, to be able to supplement Department of Public Works, because Department of Public Works cannot possibly do what they're being asked to do. So we can employ more kids here. Also, we've got Devon Holmes here from our Green Workforce. Ijana James is representatives here. These kids have maintained this property for 3.5 years. They've been out to Yellowstone National Park, Grand Tetons. They've been out to New River Gorge doing volunteer work. They've worked for the Youth Conservation Corps in the state for 3 weeks out of the year. They've worked in the national park system. They've worked in Shenandoah National Park. They continue to do very important work. Then I've got another group of kids, my middle school kids. They're the green team in this community. They participate in so many community cleanups. Also, they just finished a documentary that we premiered this past week, talking about the strength of our community being the people that live here. We have a lot of visions for just what the bridge is doing for us. We've raised enough money. In the past 4 years, we've donated over 300 bikes in the community to allow our kids to ride bikes. We just also awarded 38 brand new bikes at Christmas time to kids in the 5th, 4th, and 3rd grade here. We've got 150 bikes in storage over on Graham Avenue at the police department. And we've raised enough money now to establish a bicycle repair shop and also a residential ground maintenance program that the Department of Public Works is allowing us to put on top of the hill. So we will be able to expand our employment opportunities for the kids in this community. And my main goal has always been in giving the children something that they can not only learn from, but take pride in this community. And they'll be the future stewards of our environment and this community, and we can build from them. So this bridge, it means so much to this community. And I just appreciate all the support from everybody, because just like you'll hear me say sometimes, Bob, how you doing? I say, don't worry about the mule, just load the wagon. But it does get tiring. But things like this happen to you that just re-energize you. And I really appreciate. The only other thing I would say too is the Virginia Outdoor Foundation is looking at pretty close to about 150, 200,000 and more investment to turn this property into an outdoor learning center for all of our children. And that'll be in conjunction with a lot of the partners that we've just mentioned. So thank you so much for making this such a special day for all of our kids. And Penelope Davenport is here with mountain bikes, and we're going to be doing some mountain biking in the park as well. So I think it's my turn to introduce Deborah Morton.
Thank you. Thanks, Bob. I think it's afternoon now. Good afternoon. How are you all? You know, Bob mentioned a lot of partners, and you know, Steve Nuttall, who is the program manager for the Bellemeade Center could not do it without all of our partners out there, with the parents who bring the kids for the cheerleading program, for our sports programs, to all of our partners in the health department and just other departments and agencies, the school system that partner with us. We have so many partners. Sometimes we don't have enough space, right, Steve? To just house everybody at the same time. It does become difficult. But to the young people who are here today, I say keep it up. Being involved in the environment and things that Bob is showing you out here. When we first opened, we were had a lot of broken windows and break-ins and things of that nature. But I think that the kids have bought into the facility and the programs and things that are going on because they know it's for them. And so I appreciate Steve and the staff at the Bellemeade Center for providing all of the sports activities like baseball and basketball, football, soccer. We've got a Jump Starts program, jump rope. I used to be able to do that, but I can't do that anymore. But cheerleading is a huge program in the center. We have after school program. We have a music studio there for the teens that they've been participating in. And we also have the fitness program, the fitness center for the adults. We have a run club, and now that this path is finished, I'm sure we'll have a lot of walking clubs also. We have a Spanish as a second language club, line dancing. No, you line dance, Ellen? A little bit, okay. Which is very popular. And, water aerobics and a lot of activities in our pool. And so I just want to thank everybody who helping Steve and helping the staff at the center come up with program ideas and things that you want to see as a community take place in the recreation center. Thank you, Marley, and I saw Nathan around here somewhere for helping out on the environmental piece. I appreciate your hard work. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, it's been said well. Thank you. And for you young people, I just want to say to you that we are so proud of you. We really are proud of the work that you're doing and the wonderful job you're doing in maintaining the grounds here. I know that there are great expectations as to where you're going to go with this. We're looking forward to the outdoor classroom that is in the process. I'm sure it's just a short matter of time. Mr. Bob, one thing for certain, once he makes a commitment that he's going to do something, he follows through on it, right? And he depends on you guys to be his partners in making it happen. And you all have done a fabulous job. And so we are looking forward to the fact that, there will always be people around that can do line dancing and jump ropes and all of that kind of stuff. As we say we can't do it anymore, that we're depending upon you guys to just continue to carry the responsibility and the torch of protecting our environment, really appreciating the value of having a nice stream of water that runs through your community and what that's all about. The value of gardening and planting, the value of keeping our gardening and taking care of our earth is so extremely important. And so we really appreciate your involvement in the process. And at this time, I guess we are ready to cut the ribbon. Again, I want to emphasize this really is a pretty fabulous bridge. I mean, to have a bridge that we've invested $350,000 in to cross over this creek and built to the scale that it's built, that we know that maintenance on the city's part is not going to be an issue as to whether or not this bridge continue to stand, is a major, major investment. And we're just happy that we've made this happen to complete this wonderful complex. So it's ribbon cutting time. I'm going to, I think that, Mr. Bob, do we have scissors?
Yeah.
How many scissors we have? So we have to decide. One big scissor.
One big
Oh,
set.
my
We have
goodness.
a couple other ones.
Okay, so we want the kids, some of the kids to be involved in the ribbon cutting. You want to help? Okay, come on. You can help.
Which side do you want to cut?
I guess we'll cut this side so the camera can see. Oh, you is nice. Okay.
I bet.
Miss McQueen, come on. Come on.
No, you got me.
Hey, Tyler, can we move?
Gotta wait a minute.
We're gonna move
Let's
this
get
one.
everybody. Oh, yeah, we're gonna move that. Okay, good. Bring it.
That's good enough. Tom,
Yeah.
I want you to come.
And okay, come on up and come on, squeeze in so everyone can be a part of the picture. We got a good photographer. Mr. Bob, you got a good photographer out there that's gonna keep this going. Okay, so let's put our scissors on. Don't cut yet. Okay, everybody got your scissors? Yeah. You got scissors? All right. 1, 2, 3. All right.